Okay, we're going to start this over. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome again to the Dr. Charise Show. It is our third episode today, but let's stop for a second. Drum roll. I have a surprise for you today. I am willing to give away $1 million. But you must check in 2 seconds. One, two. I don't see anybody. Sorry, we have no winner for today. By the way, happy April Fool's Day today. So we are marching into the month of April. We have so many things that are coming to life this month. Before we get started, I wanted to just give you that quick disclaimer. This show is for informational purposes for the general population. It is not to replace the advice of your medical professionals, such as your doctors, your dentists, your allergists. So this information is only to provide that general info to you, and you can always go by the medical advice of your doctors, always. So let's switch gears because I'm so excited. It's the month of April. This is my third episode, and I'm just so happy to be able to give out the information to everyone. So let me introduce myself if you've never met me before. I am Dr. Charise Barnes. I'm a pharmacist, a mom, an entrepreneur, allergy expert, and I love advocating for patients with asthma. But I want to tell you a little bit about my journey today before we really get started and some questions and just give you those great tips today. During COVID of 2020, I finally realized that I've been so busy running around, not prioritizing myself, running the kids to baseball practice, working all the time. Come home, you cook, you clean, you do all those things, and I didn't realize I had put myself on the shelf. So one day I woke up last year during COVID 2020, during the pandemic, dust myself off, jumped off, and decided, hey, I have a voice too. So at this time, I was able to create a business, to build a community with other people who have food allergies, asthma, and just bring awareness to all those different topics. And through that, I was able to make time for myself, to improve my mental health. Hey, Courtney. Hello, everyone who's joining in. Just making time for myself to prioritize myself, to be able to build that business, to build my dreams, and to get more involved, to bring awareness and close that gap in our communities with the asthma and the allergies. So during that time, both of my children do have asthma. They both suffer from seasonal allergies. My son has food allergies as well as myself. So it just true passion myself just to be able to educate people and provide the information to everyone. But let's jump in. Thanks for your support so far of this show. It's been great. Thank you for your questions that we will discuss today. So the first question was, what should I do about my inhaler? How often should I clean it? How do I check the expiration date? So today, I'm right here. I have my son's inhaler. So you always want to check for the expiration date. Usually it's right there on your inhaler. So I don't know if you see it pretty well. You can always pop it out, pop it back in. So you always want to just pop that out, rinse it out, warm, a little soapy water, really just warm water, let it air dry out. Hey Barbara, how are you? Thanks for tuning in tonight. And then you're able to just let it air dry. Once it air dries, you just pop it back in, good to go. So it's very important to do that, especially now that the allergy season has kicked in. I guess you didn't realize. Last year during the pandemic, most people stayed inside. So they didn't really have a lot of problems with their asthma or their allergies, unless they're just dealing with things inside of their house that was triggering those things. So this year, as you can tell, everything is blooming and their allergies are going crazy. I know in our house, my son, who plays baseball, was outside for 8 hours last weekend. Poor thing. The next day, he felt like he was dying. He was stuffy, runny, eyes was itchy, coughing. So we had to start the whole thing. A whole little regimen, when you're outside, wear those sunglasses. Once you come inside, leave those shoes in the door, at the front door, your shoes or in the garage. Come straight in the house and wash those clothes. Just wash your face, your hair, just to get that pollen off of you. I do not know if you saw my post from last week. Well, my hair was like really looking white because the pollen was so heavy that it actually kind of created a mist. So hi Angela. So it's very important to make sure you do those little simple tips, because my son is starting now to finally feel a little bit better. But he does take, some over-the-counter medications as well. Just doing those simple things has really helped him, and staying hydrated. So it's very important to stay hydrated too as well. Because right now everybody allergies are going crazy because you kind of forget about last year. We were inside during this time of the year. We were not outside. We were pretty much cooped up in the house. And with all the rain lately, the trees are just blooming. I mean, you go outside, the car is covered, it looks yellow, even though your car may be gray or black. So it is very heavy. So just keep that in mind when you're outside. Try not to go outside early in the morning or late in the afternoon. Hunker down inside a little bit more during the day. Grab a book to read, find a new project to do, because that's very helpful. But also, let's talk about different types of masks. So when you do go outside, you definitely want to make sure you wear a mask, whether it's like a little cloth mask that's 3-ply, or if you use something like a surgical mask that you can buy at your local pharmacy. So I'm not saying go outside in an N95 mask. Just make sure you go outside, cover those eyes up. Keep your mouth covered with your mask, because that would definitely help your mouth and your nose to keep that pollen out of your face. Once you come inside, do not touch your face, because you don't realize, even the doorknob when you come inside of the house, when you come through the front door, that can cause you to have pollen everywhere. So, next question I had was, how did I feel after my first shot of the COVID vaccine? I must say, guys, I did not feel the pinch at all. And I'm not advocating that you go out and take the COVID vaccine. I feel like that is everyone's individual decision. But I do advise you, when you're out and about in the population, to make sure you maintain your 6 feet distance. Make sure you do wear your mask and wash your hands. Those tips are very important. But I did receive my shot almost 21 days ago. Tomorrow, actually, I go for my second shot. So I'll definitely keep you updated next week how that works out. But after I got my shot, the next day I was just a little sore in the arm. Took a Tylenol. I was fine, after I got my vaccine, but doing great. No issues. I received the Pfizer. I know a couple other people I know took the Johnson & Johnson, didn't have any problems. They just took a Tylenol afterwards just to make sure they wasn't achy or feeling kind of bad. So I'm not advocating for the vaccine, just giving you general information. You definitely can make your own decision if you would like to choose to get the vaccine. I say do your research. If you have more questions about the vaccine, I'll be happy to help you with that information as well. So next, I wanted to talk to you about allergies. Allergies. So allergies can go different ways. We can talk about environmental things. We can talk about food allergies, because you don't realize that food allergies really tie into your asthma sometimes, because they can trigger that as well. Your seasonal allergies or your environmental allergies in your household can make your asthma worse too. So all those things play very close together. So let me break it down to you. So in your bathroom, okay, you get out of the shower, you're nice and clean, and then you get out on your bath rug, and now it's wet. So if you don't hang it up to let it dry, guess what? You have just created moisture. Yes, you're clean, but now your bath mat is now wet. You have created an area of moisture that you can grow mold. So it's very important, if you use a towel when you get out, or if you on your bath rug, hang it up so it can dry. So then you want to create an environment to actually make your allergies worse. And did you know, even if you have a plant, like a live plant in your house, in your bedroom, that can also aggravate your allergies? Just using those allergy-friendly bed sheets. Make sure you're changing your sheets at least once a week, if not more often, just depending on what you have going on. They also make different type of pillows. as well. Courtney, I see, but you're allergic with mold. Yes, you don't realize mold is everywhere. It's all about that environment that it grows. So you definitely have to be careful in those wet areas. Try to keep those areas dry. Even in your kitchen, you want to make sure you don't have any leaks, because that can also set up that environment too with mold. But just want to make sure, just hone in, just watch those different triggers around your household that can actually make your allergies worse. But most importantly, while everything's growing outside, when you come inside, wash those hands, wash your face, change your clothes, leave those shoes at the front door, the garage, because you just bringing it right in the house. Definitely. So make that your nightly routine. You know, make sure you get a shower at night just to wash all that stuff off. I know when we came in last Saturday from doing a doubleheader at the baseball field, we actually just showered like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because we were just covered. It just was what you have to do. But definitely, I want to say thank you for tuning in today. Definitely send me your questions. You can follow me here on Facebook. I want to give you a personal invitation to join my Facebook group, Staying Safe with Your Allergies. It's a great community, over 800 people. A lot of information about food allergies, asthma, and just regular allergies. You can follow me on Instagram at After Allergies, and also on Facebook too. You can follow me at After Allergy LLC. So thank you everyone for stopping in. Definitely, if you have any questions, send me a message or just send me a quick email at info@afterallergies.com. But definitely, I'd like to see you just leave me a comment down below and let me know how you're handling your allergies, or if your allergies are driving you crazy. I know in our household, it's sad times right now. We're really trying to keep a handle on everything. So make sure, just one last quick tip on that inhaler. Make sure you check that expiration date, because the last thing you want to do is try to use it and it's expired. Make sure you check your over-the-counter antihistamines, your allergy meds, make sure they're in date. Just make sure, just regular saline nasal spray sometimes just to clean up those nose, to rinse that pollen out is kind of helpful too. And just something that's really free, just wash your hands, take a shower. So I look forward to seeing you next Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Facebook Live. Thanks again for joining. Hope these tips are very helpful for you, and I'll see you next time. Take care.